Hey guys, Glenn with Hustler Hacks here, and this video is going to be about my Merch by Amazon sales update since the last time I made a video on it, and just some merch news to keep you guys updated on what's going on. And last video, when I talked about my sales, it was right after the Green Room Hangout, and a little bit after that, Amazon posted an update saying how certain sizes weren't going to be available anymore, links to your shirts weren't going to be available anymore. They're kind of like, working on things as far as sales go. They're a little bit behind on fulfilling orders. Now it's going to be like 5 to 7 business days. So obviously there was like a delay there. So you're gonna see that, and as far as like my numbers go on what exactly happened. So let's get right into the sales update first. And this is from last video. I took some screenshots of when I talked about it. Let me zoom in here a little bit. So March 2016, my check was a little bit over $3,000 for that month, and I was projecting for April to be a little bit over 5,000. Now, late April is when like the negative royalties thing started happening, so some numbers were kind of messed up a little bit. And this, you'll see for April, the numbers were a little bit shorter, but I still made great progress. And same thing, March. Well, actually, after that, this is like early May, 315 products sold per week. And right before that update, I was at the highest I think I'd ever seen as far as like products sold per week. It was like at 360 shirts sold for like that first week of May. It was kind of like getting there, and once that update happened, everything went down a little bit and then started to like creep back up. So it's been up and down since then, but when it was like at 360, it's like I could smell that 10 grand per month that I've been working hard for. So it felt like it was getting there, but now taking a back seat because of these updates, but still working hard at it because I know it's going to happen soon. So that was the update from last video. What do we look like now? Well, April 2016, here was my check. It was $4,413.15. So it was short from the 5,000 that I kind of projected, but we still made great progress, adding about an extra $1,200 from my March check to the April check. And then now I do believe the May check should be around 6,000. And originally, because it was really going hard in that first week of May, I was like, as long as I keep this up, I should have a little bit more than like 7,300, maybe 7,800, and it was getting to that point. Now, May, after seeing, now we're on May 30th, so now seeing the numbers, it should be closer to or a little bit over $6,000 for that month. So still progressing more and more each month, so which is good. Let's go to what we look like now on the dashboard. So currently 1,668 products live, and if you noticed here, I did tier up to now 4,000 different t-shirt designs at one time. So we're also going to talk about that because the recent update that they had was like people weren't going to tier up. And I ended up tiering up to now 4,000. They doubled my 2,000. So 4,000 live. Products sold 244. Today is Memorial Day, so I know the numbers have been down a little bit, but the last week and a half, they've been roughly like 260 shirts sold at the end of the day every day for the last week and a half. So most of the royalties have been a little bit over the $1,500 point. So that's what I'm saying, it should be around 6,000 or a little bit more when it comes to the May check that we should know about. Probably another 2 weeks or so, they'll post the update. So that's where we're at right now. So how did this happen? How did I go from the 315, even at one point I was at 360, down to now the 244 to 260 range? That's almost 100 shirts that I'm not selling per week. What happened? Well, let me show you the little numbers and break things down. So the beginning of May, when I was doing, of course, a lot better, I had over 1,300 live shirts, and let me go, about 1,330 live shirts, so about 28% of those selling per week. And that's less than half of those are selling. So you might be thinking to yourself, well, those numbers aren't really that great. But when you think about it, I've put in $0 into this whole thing. I've just put in time creating shirts, coming up with ideas and keywords and stuff like that. I've only spent time on this. I haven't put any money down. So about 28% sell a week. Now that they posted that update, since the beginning of May or after that first week, it's gotten down a lot. You can see now about 15% of these out of the 1,600 sell per week. So the current sales have been down. And at first, I was like, you know what? This little update, it's not going to affect me that bad because I have over 1,300 shirts live. I think I'm gonna see like a minor decline. I don't think it's gonna be a huge deal. And sure enough, like I think that third week of May, I could really see the numbers really go downhill from there, like especially where I was at. So now this last week and a half, I should say, it has been going back up again. So we're at 260. I'm just gonna keep cranking out more shirts and keep going from there. But I want to show you that as far as the sales go. Now this is what we're going to talk about, what happened exactly. So I think I talked a little bit about this update of when it happened on how um, unexpected high demand of merch by Amazon. So you may notice that some of your designs are not searchable on Amazon.com or listed as out of stock. So I did take a hit when that happened. And then promised print times now 5 to 7 days. So you might have seen more cancellations. And what I noticed too is I finally did a lot more research on the copycats, and a lot of my shirts, one of them, like maybe like 3 or 4 of them really got me mad because I could check and see their exact pixel by pixel copy of my design, and they were like undercutting me on the price wise, and some of them I could tell they were making some pretty good money from my exact design. So I went on Amazon and I reported them and everything, and we're gonna see what happens exactly when it comes to like these counterfeiters because they are taking your profit. And I would double check, especially with some of your best sellers, see if you're being undercut right now or see if anybody's selling something similar or the exact same copy of your design so you can report them. And we're gonna get more into counterfeit stuff later too, but that was that update, and this is when I said that I was like, you know what, it's not going to affect me. I have a lot of shirts right now, but sure enough, yeah, that, week and a half, well, like 2.5 weeks into the 3 weeks in, I could really see those numbers starting to decline more and more. So the current update, which was May 19th, our tier upgrades are on hold while we expand capacity. We will provide updates here once we resume account evaluation. So I do like the words account evaluations. I think that could only help Merch by Amazon sellers. So we're going to talk about, okay, well, those are the updates. What do we do from here? So if you're waiting to get tiered up, which as we said right here, tier upgrades are on hold right now. If you're waiting to get tiered up, let's say you already sold 25 shirts, you want to move up to 35 or 50 or whatever it's going to be now. If you haven't gotten there yet, I know it's like tough to wait there, but keep making designs and don't stop. You got to think about this. Let's say you're at the 25 range, but let's say 10 shirts are not selling out of those 25. You don't necessarily have to, tier up. Of course you want to. You want to get to that point, but what about fixing those 10 shirt designs? What if you're coming up with more and more designs? Hey, you know what? Let's replace those ones that haven't sold with these shirts now and see how those sales, how it helps with those sales. But what if you have those 25 shirts and then eventually you do tier up? At least if you keep making designs, you'll have like another 25 to enter right off the bat. You're not waiting for anything. You can just start uploading those as soon as they start tiering people up. So I would just start making designs now. If you come up with like 100 designs, you've created them, good ideas, great designs, you're going to be ready to go as soon as you tier up. Or, like I said, you can replace those ones that aren't selling so that you can make the best or the most out of those 25 slots that you have open right now. So just keep making designs and don't stop. Now, if you're waiting to get accepted, I know that this does get old. You're like, you know what? I'm not accepted yet. What's going on? I really want to get into this merch thing. I can tell you 2 things that you should be doing right now. Either you're going to learn how to use Illustrator or Photoshop. You should be watching tutorial videos on YouTube, even if it's just like once a week, twice a week. At least get familiar with AI, or maybe you can find a used one. I actually found a used Creative Suite CS5. Here it is at Savers the other day for $2. And luckily enough, we could use this for the family business, but a really great find. If you find these at thrift stores, not only can you sell them for great money, but if you're really looking to learn Illustrator, Photoshop, and stuff, I mean, you never know when you're going to find one. Other people have posted that they found random stuff too, but I know it's a little hard to find stuff at the thrift stores. Let's say if you don't find it, but even at $10 a month, if you want to sign up and learn Illustrator and Photoshop, I would start right now if that's the way you're going to go. If you're going to have people make shirts for you, then I would find someone on Fiverr right now. You get like 5 ideas set and have them design those shirts already, so you can see what kind of quality work they have and already start building that up, building that trust. Maybe this is somebody you can work with, or maybe a freelance person that's not through Fiverr you can work with too. Make sure their work is to your liking and someone you want to work with. Start this relationship now so you can be ready when you are accepted, if that's the way you're going to go too. Remember, there's 2 ways you can go. You can have someone make these shirts for you, you're going to pay them, or you're going to learn Illustrator, Photoshop, or GIMP, or any of these platforms on your own. And either one, as long as you get some high quality t-shirt designs, original designs that are going to sell, then you're good to go. And second, I would definitely be researching ideas and niches and getting the creative mind going, because you wanna see what niches are selling right now. Maybe it's something that you're into. You want to build your own brand and everything like that. Start getting these ideas up, because when you're accepted, you really want to be ready to go. You don't want to be wasting any more time. It's bad enough you've already been, sitting around waiting to get accepted. So the worst thing you can do is to finally get accepted, and then you're just like, well, what did I really want to do again? Did I really want to do it myself? Did I want to get people to do these designs for me? I don't know what my ideas are. You don't want to be in that situation. You want to be ready to go, have designs ready or ideas ready. So that's what I would be doing if I wasn't accepted. That's my advice. So kind of an interesting little fact here, or maybe if it's close enough, I'm not too sure. But right now, for sure, there's over 316,000 shirts right now on merch. And Chris Green on the group, he has his own Merch by Amazon group. If you want to search it up on Facebook, he posted something kind of interesting. He did approximate numbers. He said this is back when there was 232,000 designs, which was probably earlier in the month, maybe late last month, not too sure. But he said approximately 150,000 out of the 232,000 shirts have never sold. Never. Is this a good thing? To me, yes. Let me tell you why. I know a lot of people are worried about merch becoming the next Kindle publishing. Are they just gonna keep cranking out designs that suck and flooding the market, and eventually it's gonna turn into next Kindle publishing where no one's gonna be able to find your stuff and there's just too many things going on? And I can tell you right now, merch is a new platform. We gotta be patient with it. Things are going to fall into place. They're only going to make things better from here. Remember, it barely started, what, 7 months ago? Around there, 8 months ago. So it's only going to get better from here. But I can tell you right now, okay, well, that's a large percentage that haven't sold. Why do you think those shirts haven't sold? I can tell you for sure a lot of them are just copied designs. And the ones that are copied, they're going to get their account banned. They're going to get shirts removed. Copyright, trademark stuff, they don't play around. So I know for a fact a lot of these are rip-offs. A lot of these are just crappy designs too. I've seen some bad designs on there that, like, you don't even know what it is. You don't even know what it's supposed to be. You don't know what, you don't get the whole idea of the shirt. I've seen titles that are only like 3 words long. I mean, it's gonna be very hard to find your shirt in here if there's no keywords, the design doesn't come at you and bold, great looking designs like, oh yeah, that's a cool shirt. I mean, no one's gonna buy it. So, and you know what, to add on to that, three things that I believe you need to do to make it like a successful merch shirt. Number one, I mean, the idea has to be there. And I've had one client that he just had a good idea, and once he told me the idea, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make a design, the best design I feel to get your shirt to sell. I mean, I can't predict anything that your shirt's gonna sell this amount, blah blah blah. I'm just gonna put it in the best position design wise to sell. So I made this design for him. He uploaded it, and I kid you not, within like I think 10 to 15 minutes, he messaged me on Facebook and he's like, my shirt already sold. And I've done other shirts for him. Like he uploaded like 10 design at once. That specific shirt sold very quickly. The other ones didn't sell that quick. It was just that one. But it was just an awesome idea. And he's like, which one do you think sold out of all those 10? I told him which one I thought. And he's like, yep, it was that one. He just had a great idea. I tried to make a great design for it. Sure enough, it worked. So idea number one has to be a good idea, something that people are interested in. Number two, the keywords have to be there. You can't just have lazy titles and lazy bullet points, and we're not even putting anything in there. Your title can't be 3 words long. I mean, no one's gonna find your shirt. If no one finds it, no one's gonna buy it. And number three, the design has to be great. I mean, it has to be something that people want to buy. If it's not interesting, people don't like it, it looks crappy, no one's gonna buy it either. So I think those three things really come into play when we're talking about selling shirts. So why is this a good thing? Well, if crappy designs, they're not gonna go anywhere. Counterfeit designs are not gonna go anywhere. People that aren't consistent in it are not gonna go anywhere. If you want to set yourself up to succeed, you got to be bigger and better than everybody else. Be consistent, be patient too, because things aren't just going to happen. You got to work at it, make it work. So let me talk a little bit more about that too, because remember how I said, okay, well, I think when they're talking about here, account evaluations, how I said that's a good thing, and how I told you crappy designs aren't going to go anywhere. That's why they're in this 150,000, or ideas that are crappy or keywords that are crappy aren't going to go anywhere. Now, this I took a picture of. You can find this on the Merch by Amazon frequently asked questions. So here, it clearly tells you when you're talking about tiering up and moving up to sell more shirts, admission to these tiers are based not only on sales, but the quality of the products being sold by the content creator as well. That's a huge deal, because when we talked about it earlier, crappy designs aren't going to go anywhere. Counterfeit designs aren't going to go anywhere. Here, it's telling you, when they're looking at these accounts and talking about tiering up and moving up, they're talking about here the quality of the products being sold by the content creator. You gotta have good shirt designs, and when I talked about shirt designs last time, I'm telling you, simple, bold, clean. You can definitely tell what it is. It doesn't have to be anything like these little details or anything crazy. It doesn't have to be a bunch of colors. It doesn't have to be clipping masks and all these things. It can be simple, bold, clean, something that's gonna get somebody's attention. And high quality products, sales, those are the people that Amazon want to invest in and probably tier up, because they're working hard at it, and they're trying to get somewhere. They're not ripping people off. They don't have a bunch of trademark issues coming in or emails coming in. Hey, you need to remove your shirt. That stuff will get you banned. So eventually these people are going to get eliminated, and the ones that are going to stay and really build their business and really create quality designs and sell stuff and make sure they have everything set, keywords and ideas and designs, are the ones that are going to succeed. So that's what I would recommend, and that's why I think it is a good thing. And unlike Kindle, you have to move up here. You're at 25, you want to move to 50 or 100 or whatever. You have to move up. You have to be selling. You have to be good. Kindle, it's a different story. You have fake reviews. You have unlimited amount of books you want to put out there. You could put out crappy books. You can copy people. I mean, yeah, it's going to get flooded. But in this particular case, if you're not selling, you have crappy designs, you're not going to move up. I mean, that's less competition because only the ones that are creating high quality stuff are the ones that are going to succeed and have better tier ups and move up and better sales. So that's why I wanted to bring up that slide. All right, now we're getting into something different, but June 9th, me and my buddy Steve Rakin, we're going to have a live show on Rakin's channel. I'm pretty sure you're already subscribed to him. Just want to show you guys what his channel looks like. And there, if you want to type it in, there's his username and link or whatever. You want to go to his channel so you're ready to go when it comes to the live show. We don't have a time yet, but it will be on Steve Rakin's channel. It will be on June 9th. It will be a live show, and you can ask me any questions regarding merch. Some people might sneak in some shoe questions in there. That's fine as well, but this is really going to be about merch. So you can ask me any questions. If you don't want to email me, maybe you just want to, get an answer immediately right then and there, you can do that. June 9th, I'm going to be posting some more updates about it so that you guys are ready for the show and ready to boost up your merch sales and ask me any questions you want. So that was my merch update and merch news, and talked a little bit about the updates and how it affects us and where we can go from here and how we can always improve. And that's really what we want to do. We just want to improve, make more designs, make more money, and just keep building up the Merch by Amazon business. So if you have any questions, you don't want to wait for the live show with Steve Rakin, email me, hustlerhacks1@gmail.com. I have a lot of questions regarding not only merch, but Ross finds, apparently. A lot more questions on Ross finds, which I will gladly answer for you guys. And next video, on Thursday, you're going to have a pretty cool finds on a Nike outlet from the Memorial Day weekend sale. One pair, crazy shoe find. Great profit on it, so you guys are going to be pretty pumped to see that video. Hustler Hacks on YouTube, but you guys are already watching me here. You can subscribe to my channel. And at Hustler Hacks on Instagram, you guys want to see different finds and also different updates and stuff, shoes and thrifting finds. I always update my Instagram with plenty of those pictures and everything going on. So hope you guys like this video, and if you have any questions on merch, you can even leave me a comment below and I will get back to you, answer those questions too. And remember guys, just be patient with everything, whether you haven't been accepted or you're waiting to get tiered up, just be patient with it and keep on working. Don't give up on any of this stuff. It's a great opportunity. I know it may not be going everybody's way right now, even though I've tiered up or whatever. I'm still going through the little slump and going backwards from like 100 sales that I had per week. But like I said, I put zero money into it, but I'm putting a lot of time and effort into it. I want to grow it. Whether the sales are slumping or declining, even if they had another update saying that even more shirts are going to be on hold, it wouldn't matter to me. I'm still going to push hard at it because I know right now this is just a little slump for Amazon, and eventually they're going to get out of that and just keep working at it, and this platform is only going to grow. So don't give up on it guys, stay patient and just work hard at it, and most of all, you already know, go out and get it.